Well, we'll go ahead and get started, and if she shows up, then we'll let her take over. And then I'll reach out to her too to figure out, what's going on. But welcome to 2025. Um, it's been a wild year already. So, um, I don't know. We'll just go around. Anybody, we all know each other here. Anybody have anything going on? Anything they want to talk about that's happening?
I can give a couple of updates. It looks pretty promising that the ARPA Heroes grant will be granted to us here at Marshall Health for the 10, well, I'm sorry, Region 5 counties, all except for Clay and Mingo. And then it will also add Raleigh and Fayette. So we should get an answer for sure by the end of February, and then it'll roll out in April. So a lot of you have been involved in those meetings and given feedback and everything. So it's going to be awarded and roll out quicker than we thought. So looks pretty promising. I don't know if all of you are familiar with it, but the only goal through this ARPA Heroes grant is to reduce overdose costs to EMS within those 10 counties by 10%. So it is a 2-to-1 matching grant. So initially, we could get up to $2 million for the first year. And then the second and third year, the counties have put in $30 million or agreed to commit to that funding to help sustain the program. So, like I said, it looks very promising, and we're getting the vibe kind of that they want this to be in this area almost as a pilot, and then they would like to do this statewide. So, the idea behind it is to have a truly integrated system, all the way from, prevention, intervention, treatment, recovery, housing, reentry, all the things that we know we deal with every day. So I will keep you guys posted on that. The great thing about it is that Marshall Health will be the fiscal agent, but there will be a community representative in every one of those 10 counties to kind of drive those efforts. So they'll have a lot of connections, but it'll truly be different in each county. So that's a little bit, I know all of us that deal with grants before, it's not usually how it works. But this will be a new thing that they're hoping to really roll out there. One other thing, I know that we've talked in several of these groups about current drug trends, and we've heard about nitazene. Well, we got confirmation last week that nitazene is in Kanawha County for sure. So I'm almost 100% sure it's probably in different parts throughout the entire state. But if anyone, Office of Drug Control Policy and Prestera and a lot of folks in the community have nitazene test strips now. So if you're not testing or having folks that you deal with in addiction testing their supply, they're very interested in finding out exactly where the nitazene is throughout the state. So it can be anonymous. So if there's anybody that you work with that, is an IV, drug user, and we're having some, like for instance, in Wayne County, we had 6 deaths just in like 2 weeks. So I've asked Dawn to really look in and see if that's what's happening in that area possibly, or just we see a lot of meth use that is also tainted with fentanyl in that area. So if you have that opportunity to talk to folks and see if they're noticing a difference in their drug supply, and if they're interested in testing, a lot of people are like, I only use, one substance, and then when they do the test or the tox screens, it's polluted with a lot of different things. So we're very interested in tracking where that nitazene is. So please reach out and let me know, and I can connect you to folks in your area to get fentanyl test strips, xylazine test strips, and nitazene is available as well. So we just want to make sure that we're keeping them as safe as possible.
Great, thanks, Tina. I may connect you with Wes and Brianna, our two new um, navigators in Kanawha County. So I may connect you with them.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah.
Okay. What else? Who else has something going on? Anybody? Laura? It's Girl Scout cookie season. You got anything going on? Danika's shaking her head.
This is Ardella. The West Virginia Behavioral Health Planning Council is looking for members that of parents of children with serious emotional disorder, youth 18 to 25, individuals in recovery from either mental health or substance use, family members of those that have loved ones with substance use or mental health. We have a couple of reentry seats that we just added, so we're accepting interest indicators for that. And I will put in the chat where you can find the interest indicators.
Would be awesome. Thanks, Ardella.
The Girl Scouts does have an update. So I just started with the Girl Scouts in November, and we all kind of had a collective vision of being a bigger part of the community and an ally and an advocate. And what we have found out is we are going to start partnering with some of the recovery homes with women to come into our Charleston office to learn job skills and help build their resume and do volunteer work. And hopefully we can get that started pretty soon. We just had a meeting with Krista not too long ago, last week, and hopefully we can get something started soon.
That's awesome. I love that. That's good to have skill building. So, do you work with like the younger with the brownies and things like that as well?
Yeah, so we all the troops across the board,
Okay.
we work with there in the office.
Okay. I know, some of them may be too old for it, but Sesame Street has a toolkit. It's an online toolkit. So that might help some of the younger girls. And it's for, there is a Sesame Street character who has an incarcerated parent. So I can email that to you if you're interested. So, there's Girl Scouts may be the thing that helps them and gets them through. So if you're interested, I'll put the flyer up over in the chat for you if you want it.
Yeah, definitely send that to me, please.
Because I mean they've got a whole curriculum and everything built out for you. So
Awesome.
yeah, it used to be just a book that we I mean Bev and I gave out I don't know how many of those over here in Kentucky, but when COVID happened, I guess they decided to make it a virtual thing and they've really expanded it. So let me drop that over there for you.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that makes me happy. As a previous Girl Scout leader, that makes me happy to know that they're finally starting to reach out more into the communities.
All right. What else?
Yeah, it was kind of a big vision for me. I came from the health plan. I know some of you know that. And I worked a lot with doing backpacks for those coming out of prison for Prestera. And it was just something that's I like being a part of. And there's members of my family who have struggled with different things. And so it just felt like the right fit. So when I came into the Girl Scouts, my manager pretty much had the same vision too. So it was great.
Awesome. Oh, let me drop that in there to Denise, to the whole thing. I just dropped the flyer just to Danica, so hold on a second. Let's see. Emma, do you have any updates with the switch over from Unicare to WellPoint?
Not really too many surrounding the switchover per se. If you are not familiar, though, I will kind of just go over it again really quickly. That Unicare is a Medicaid managed care organization, West Virginia CHIP. We became WellPoint on January the 1st. So if anybody works with members in the community that receive Medicaid or CHIP, and you hear any questions, please just let them know that Unicare is still around. We just operate under a different name now. We are hosting several Repack the Backpack events throughout the state coming up in the month of February, and I think one even stretches into March. We have one in Parkersburg. We have one, this might pertain more because it's closer, in Barbersville on February the 15th. So they're Repack the Backpack resource fair. So if you would like to come and set up a table, hand out resources about your information, if you have any school supplies you'd like to give out, I will put my email in the chat and you can email me, and I can get you set up with a table for that. And then if you have any, if you're throughout the state and you are interested in any of the others, they are in Cabell, Wood, Harrison, and Mon counties. So if you cover any of those counties and you're interested in a resource fair in those, also feel free to email me. That's all.
All right. If you have a flyer for it, you know, drop it in the chat or email it to me and I'll get it sent out.
Perfect. Thank you.
Email it to me. All right. Tanika, Ashley, Seth, Rich. Anything? Nope, Ashley, nothing. Tanika saying, hold on, hold on. Oh. She's asking, Emma, can you email some WellPoint info to Danica? Oh. Hey. Yeah, not really.
Young better. Can you hear me better this way?
You sound like you're underwater.
Yes, ma'am. Now can you hear me?
That's better.
Okay. I just wanted to point out that one of the resources that we used to have for housing for sex offenders is closing as of April 1st. So that creates a bigger void with finding housing for sex offenders in the Kanawha County area especially. And right now, if some of the people with these statuses have money to rent apartments in areas that are approved, they can, but most of them don't. So that is going to be another big barrier to release of sex offenders.
Can you say who it is?
Actually, you are familiar with who the resource is
Okay.
in Charleston.
Okay.
So afterwards, if you want to talk, we can.
Okay. All right. All right. Rich, Seth, you guys have anything?
Negative.
Yeah, I have nothing.
All right. The only other thing, and most of you have seen this, a few of you haven't, but so Ashley and I have talked for a long time about doing a living document to collect everyone's information so that we can have it at all times, and that we can hopefully keep it updated. So I created a Google sheet that everyone will have access to. And I'm going to share it on the screen now. So can everybody see that? And so there's tabs at the bottom. So as you can see, people have already started filling in who they are and where they're from. So I will also drop the link in the chat so that you can work on filling those out. If you serve multiple areas, put it in once, copy paste over to the other counties. But hopefully this will be a way that we can, we'll just keep information, bookmark this for you yourself. If you want to, if you have somebody leaving from one area and they're going to another area, you're looking for resources of any kind. Hopefully this will will be of some help. So, I will put this over in the chat. And if you guys, Emma and Laura and Beneath, if you can start putting your information in it, I would appreciate it. All right. Like I said, if you service multiple areas, just copy paste over into the other areas. And bookmark that for yourself for future use. So, all right. Well, anything else? No. All right. Well, thank you for everyone, and I will get the backpack sent out and go from there. So, thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.